Good evening. This is CTV News for Wednesday, May 24th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Denise Douglas. So glad you could join us this evening. Well, hundreds turned out to remember a young man whose life was abruptly taken away. An interfaith ceremony for Richard Collins III took place this afternoon at the University of Maryland's Memorial Chapel Garden. The Bowie State University senior was set to graduate yesterday. He was stabbed to death on Saturday at UMD, and it is being investigated as a possible hate crime. Ian Sloan, a personal friend of Collins, was one of the many speakers during the service. He says although the incident has sparked racial tensions, he wants people to honor Collins by showing compassion for one.
Well, and to hear what was said on the speech earlier, I would have to say most of it was definitely accurate. Just to hear the soothing tone from the man from talking, it really helped with the moment. It wasn't really aggressive. It was very subtle and peaceful, which is where probably Richard's spirit is right now at this point. So I thought it was necessary, and I'm glad that we had this happen, especially in our university because it happened here.
Collins' funeral has been scheduled for this Friday the 1st at First Baptist Church of Glenarden. A viewing will take place at 9 a.m. followed by the service, which will start at 11 a.m. Meanwhile, Bowie State University has started a memorial fund in honor of Collins. A release issued by the school says many people in the community have expressed a desire to provide donations in honor of the victim. Bowie State and the family will decide how best the monies that are raised will be spent.
Because of some of the information that's out there about what might have motivated, unfortunately, the other college student to do this, and whether it's hate related or otherwise. This act of violence is something that we can't call for and support in any way of interacting with people.
If you'd like to donate to the fund, you can log on to bowiestate.edu, then enter the name Richard Collins in the search box.
A Prince George's County teenager dies in a car accident Tuesday night in Clinton. Police say the single-car crash happened about 10:15. 17-year-old Norman White was driving southbound on Temple Hills Road when he lost control, rounding a curve near Wood Elves Way and struck a tree. White was the only person in the vehicle at the time. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused him to crash. A junior, White played varsity football at Gwynn Park High School. A team of grief counselors will be at the school for the next several days to help students and staff cope with his sudden death. And Prince George's firefighters and medics meet the child they saved from cardiac arrest 8 weeks ago. 11-year-old Rolante Phelps was found unconscious on March 29th on the front porch of his Hyattsville home.
For 11 minutes of cardiopulmonary resuscitation, including 3 shocks, the patient's heart began beating on his own.
I would really like to thank you guys. You did a real good job in helping my son and helping me. Thank you.
I'd like to thank all the firefighters for coming out and helping me. And thank you for letting me come here and see the fire trucks.
Ed Rolante made a full recovery after treatment at Prince George's Hospital Center and Children's Hospital.